Rafa, I guess you're pleased. I guess you're pleased to win this one in two sets against such an opponent.
Yeah, good. No, I think I played a solid match. Sorry, I played a good match. Very aggressive with my serving well and hitting good, good forehands, good backhands. No, very happy. I think I played much better today than the first day, and yeah, it was a good win. I played two horrible games, terrible. Uh, that's it for the rest of the match. I think I played very well.
You've obviously played Fernando a number of times. You know each other quite well. Is there something that he did today that was not what had happened in previous matches? Did you try something new?
No, I know you know, since the season started, I was playing well, so I tried to play my game, try to play aggressive. That my goal was don't let him play with his forehand from easy positions, and that's what I tried. I started well the match, then take a while to have the break, but finally I had in the right game in the 4-3, and I closed it well. So in the second, I started with a break, then happened what happened with that two games, and then I was there again. So very pleased with my performance, and I won already two matches here, playing a little bit better today than 2 days ago. So tomorrow another chance to go on court, and I'm gonna try to play better than today.
You've known Roger for so long, you're friends, and of course you're great rivals who've played so many times. If you had to say what is the one thing about Roger's game that makes him so special, what would you say if you had to boil it down?
Everything, is yeah, he has the talent to do very difficult things that looks easy. He's able to take the ball very early and serve and first shot. Uh, he creates a lot of winners with that two first shots. No? So, and then he's able to take the ball always from inside, and he's very quick going to the net. If you play a short ball, then you know that he's gonna go inside and gonna hit a winner, or gonna play a shot that gonna hit a forehand or backhand and gonna go to the net, and you will be in big trouble.
Backhand in Melbourne was improved.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah, his backhand in Melbourne was one of the best days that I played against him. So, yeah.
Rafa, you said before the tournament that you didn't want to talk about the draw because it hadn't played out yet. But now that we've arrived at this point and we've got Djokovic and Delpo and we've got Kyrgios and Zverev and maybe you against Roger, what are your comments on this bottom of the quarter?
No, I never said I didn't want to talk about the draw. I said we can talk about the draw, but the real thing is I have the first round against Bella, and then if I win Verdasco, and now I have Roger or Steve Johnson. Now we can talk about about the next one. So.
But maybe the other matches that have come to fruition, the big match we have tonight. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it's unlucky part of the draw for everybody. That's the real thing. I think for the tournament is something that even if they can have good matches, is probably is not the best thing to have that matches that early on tournament. For the players, is not good, but because good players for sure gonna go out early, and sometimes top players. Sometimes if the top players are playing well, then they have the chance to go to the final rounds. No, but in this case. Doesn't matter if everybody's playing well, because from our part of the draw, only one of us is going to be in that semifinal. So that's tough, but that's not happening every week, happening this week. And the only thing that we can do to avoid that is be in a higher position of the ranking.
If it does turn out to be Roger that you face, this will be the earliest that you guys have met since the very first time you guys faced each other in 2004. What are your memories of going into that match? You were 17. He was established already. What were your thoughts?
I don't remember very well. It was a long time ago. But Yeah, I went on court, nothing to lose. Lot of motivation, big motivation to play against. I think he was number one already. So big motivation to play against him, and to it's not like now that I want to win and I want to be in the final round and I want to fight for the tournament. In that moment, I had 17, and for me, play with Roger doesn't matter. It was in that early round. I don't thought it was unlucky. For me, it was a beautiful match, and I tried to go on court and enjoy it and fight for it.
Rafa, you're such a great defender of break points, and tennis being a sport where not necessarily winning all the points, but winning the important points really matters. How do you train for that? And with the academy and working with young kids now, how do you instill that in somebody when they're young?
You cannot work specifically about that. No, you need to. It's a work of every day, not only in the tennis part, in a real life, because you need to accept the tough situations, and the most important thing is have the right self-control. And I think I had that self-control. Not always. I had most of the part of my career, because I practiced since I was a kid with high intensity. I practiced with a lot of pressure every day. My uncle was pushing me a lot from from the beginning, so that was a big help for us later to be ready to accept the injuries, to accept the tough moments. But that's a work of every day, and you need to create to yourself diary problems to overcome that situations.
I have one more question.
Do the conditions here favor you particularly because of the high bounce, where you not really care, or because you like also fast hard courts?
I don't know. I played well here. I played well in a very fast course. Montreal, that one of the fastest. I won a couple of times. It depends. If I am playing well, then I can play well in all the surfaces and all the conditions. If I am not, I cannot play well in no one. But the history says that this tournament works well for me. I played a lot of semifinals here. Won it 3 times, but I played a final. A lot of times in the semifinals. So that's when that happens, because that means that the tournament is just well to your conditions.
Last one there.
Rafa, you're involved in your academy and then, raising next generation young kids. And as a top player currently playing now, how does it benefit you as a player playing in the field, competing very, hard with other competitors, and at the same time raising, next generation in your academy? How does it to get together help you?
I am not teaching them. I just try to give them some advice when I am there. I practice with kids of the academy a lot of times, almost every day when I am there. And I just try to give him some advices, some tips when I'm practicing with them. But I think we have a fantastic team of coaches, coaches with a lot of experience in this world. And for me, it's a big privilege and honor to have the chance to have an academy and have the chance to create a place that the kids can feel very comfortable there. They can study, they can practice at the highest level possible, I believe, with the best coaches possible, and with the right people around. No? And we try to do things the best way that we can. For us, it's so important to educate well them, to give them the right values for the future, and at the same time try to practice at the highest level possible to try to help the kids to become professional tennis players.
Thank you.